Okay, so I realise time is running out. So I have these paintings to do for the affordable. Now, this one I've loved. This is a drawing done in dry ink and charcoal, and I'm going to use that for this one, which you've seen as I've started, and I think I'm going to do this one. So if I'm working on two at a time, one might work out. So by using these shapes, and this is what I tell everybody, these shapes plus I've got others to draw from, this is going to work on that one and maybe this one. So I'm going to start on this one first because I actually quite like the other one with the green and all that. So I'm going to do the background, more background, and I want to keep these in the pinks and blues and softness. So I'm going to do the background blue with the yellow coming through. Blues and purple. So I'm just going to whack down some purple, white, add some blue, ultramarine blue, and really, as I say, just the back. The good thing about the background, this is a core flute again that I use, you don't give a crap if it looks ridiculous and bad. So I'm just going to put this on. Love the way that's singing against the yellow. It's a bit hard. I'm just putting in the background, and again, see how that's rough? That will create a really nice surface, bit of texture. So let's just get this down. Not looking at any picture or anything at the moment, I'm just doing a background. You can etch in what the shapes are like if you want to, but what happens is then you get too precious and you think, oh, I really like that, oh, that. And it's too thin, it's too boring, really. You might do some line already, and always you might leave that bit coming through. Anyway, I'll let me play and see what happens. Okay, Diox purple, ultramarine blue, yellow background, and it started. And so what I've done is I'm using these two drawings that I did. They're my favourites. I've got a couple of actually. But you know, life is so much easier when you've got something to draw from. Once you get a photo and all that sort of stuff, it's just hard. You get so realistic. And look at this, how free I am just by looking at the drawings, looking at shapes. Okay? And this is a great way to start a painting. And this one, which I love this bottom bit, I don't want to, I'm really thinking about, whereas the other one I'm all free. So yeah, which direction do I want to take? I'll have a think. Spatula. Fabulous. Okay, so here we go. Even though I've used both of these drawings on the same paintings, they've both got entirely different marks. This one did start off with a different palette because I did love the green, and look how lovely, I love the purple popping through. Again, this is a background. So using these drawings, which I encourage everyone to go out and do drawings on plein air, which I don't have time to do myself, so I'll keep going back to the same bloody drawings, then that's your base. And it frees you up, not thinking about, is that the mountain, is that a tree there, and all that sort of stuff. It's all about shapes, mark making. Okay, so I think this is a lot more bloody exciting. And so I've decided to add cadmium yellow medium, which is a series 4, which is so expensive, I must have been drunk. And then I realised, oh my God, the Diox purple, that's a series 3. That's so expensive. And here I'm slopping it on. So anyway, you put the yellow with the purple and it makes this fabulous green. Even though I'm trying to steer away from green, but I do think that will really pop on there, and I'll get rid of those natural browny pinky things. Okay, so this is when you realise how mental I am. I've actually gone back to the other picture. So this one that we started yesterday, this one is now going to be this. So that's what happens. But I do like the fact that now, because I've put all this other stuff on it, it's a lot more interesting. And that's how I usually start my painting, but I've been so twee and I don't know. Anyway, so it's a good way to start. Splodge the paint on, come up with one idea and then change it. Anyway, it's going to be fabulous. God willing. So this is where I'm up to with this one, which I'm going to keep based on these drawings. It's a bit smaller. It's 120 by 100. And this one I'm going to keep like this. As you may notice, I don't edit my painting, my videos, in which case it's a lot of blah, 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 but that's how my process is and a lot of people are interested in that. So let's just see how we go. I'm loving the purple, but it's not going to be there, but it'll come out in areas. And this painting, they start to talk to you, right? This is saying, I want to be a landscape big like this, and this is saying, I want to be a landscape like this. And then it could all change. Who knows? So I'm going to go and have some breakfast. And I'll get back, wait for it to dry. And what I do is a lot of the acrylics, there we are, there's the acrylics there. I then put them away and get the oil paints and usually paint over the top of everything, but it's got all this coming through. I love this little purple bits coming through here. See, that's the whole idea. You don't start as you intend to finish. It's all about the layers. Okay, so I've had breakfast. What are we going to do? I have no bloody idea. Okay, let's go in with the lights and then just build it up from the background to the foreground. I still like these dribbles down here. I think they're quite nice. And you know, you never know, I might not need much oil paint on this. Nice thick, all put on with a spatula. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so I'm putting all these different colours, not colours, tones, really loose, and that's why it's good having a change of going to have a cup of coffee. So cadmium light red, light yellow, dioxide purple, I've whacked in a bit of cobalt to change the greens, red gold and ultramarine blue. Basically that's it, and white. So I'm going to leave that. I'm going to wait for it to dry, and then I'm going to work out what I'm going to do with this area here. And then I just want to keep it really loose so it feels like a landscape without being too twee.